Harley's YouTube channel. Eastbound, 24th of August, Saturday, streetcar shootout weekend. I'm a streetcar, but we're still running gamers and the Thunder series over the weekend. So, anyway, the Young lanes about 5 minutes ago. It's probably been like 20 cars go down, so we're going to the daughter suit up and get up for a pass. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm gonna go up and do my first test at 2 in the morning, and hopefully she hooks, and we'll see if we can adjust our time a bit now.
Sounds good. And so we're back. So back at weekend at Bernie's garage. So we last left off. We were racing at Avondale. First test and tuned on. Came back, pulled around in the stage lanes, and the motor wouldn't crank. Anyway, checked battery, wasn't the battery. Pulled the hood off it. Tried to turn the crank. Couldn't turn it with my hands. So anyway, we ended up doing. We let her cool off, and she started right up. Kind of weird. So when we were doing that, look at the oil pressure gauge. The oil pressure gauge was like 45 at idle, and it was going between 45 and 50 and down, and it was surging the whole time it was idling. So anyway, shut her off, towed her back to the pits. So we got back to the pits, hauled the oil filter off it, dumped the oil filter out. And it's a lot of gold particles, and there's actually pieces of brass down in just the filter. So anyway, so here we go. Car's behind us, and we're going to start taking the motor out, and we're going to check it out. So here we go. So we got the car here. I don't know, it ain't that bad. Realized that This motor's been together like 9 years, so it's like 25 passes a weekend, 9 seasons of racing on it. Yeah, so all we ever done with it was change the oil, and we didn't do anything else with it. We just put gas in the car, changed the oil every 2 or 3 weekends, and we ran around the track. So anyway, it's no shame to it. I'm not pissed off or anything. I mean, we all know they're race motors. They're a time bomb. But anyway, get the fenders off it, and we'll start there. So anyway, most of you guys never haven't seen much of this car, but this car is basically. Is just laid together with hood pins on all the fenders and stuff. So we just pull the pin off underneath, lift the pin up, and it comes off. So in a few minutes, you can have the car pretty well out the front end off. So it'll work pretty good. So that there will give us a lot more access to everything. So what we do now, we'll take the other side off, and we'll start in Probably take the exhaust off, intake off, and some stuff, right? Get the radiator hoses off. Shouldn't take that long. So we'll take Gerald off and we'll check back shortly. Anyway, so we just pulled the lug wires out. Just pull the sunroof back out. Pull the studs out of the head. It looks like there was one. Nice. Right here. That was quick enough. So, on your side. So, just got studs on these, saws down. Pretty loose. I should tighten up a while ago. So I have trouble on the other side of it. And we'll leave that one on until I get the wrench for that. We have studs in the heads. So obviously the bolt is coming out. The stud's coming out with the bolt, so we have to take them off the bolts after. But these are basically 4.6 litre studs out of F-150, and it works perfect. I use them on everything that I use. So they're not that expensive either. But the way you buy them, the package she comes in, comes in like 10 in a pack, I think it is, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you need 12. It comes in like probably 8 in a pack or 10 in a pack. Anyway, it comes enough to one side, but when you go to a Chevy, you got to buy a couple of packs of them. So no big deal. You always got something for next time. And the headers, this in case you wonder what they are, the headers are when we built the car, I know those prices are going up and stuff, but this was an $80 sprint car kit, weld up kit we put on it, and it's I think it's a 3.5 collector, and it's a 90, and it's 3.5 extension on it. So the only thing we had to buy, we bought the sprint car weld up kit, and we bought a set of LS style flanges, and at the time, so I mean alligator, I think it was like $40 for the flanges, US obviously, time we get them here, and they were like $80 US for this, and whatever was the shipping and had to get them here at the time. But it works pretty good, fairly big. You see they're yeah, it works good. Lots of flow, you know, pretty big. So anyway, that's that one. So anyway, we got there. We got the 2 exhaust off. See, we're going off now. Probably take the accessory off the front, and maybe the coil packs and the intake will come off next. But shouldn't be bad. We'll start on that now. And some coils. And we're doing for now, we're just laying stuff in the car. So, it's going pretty good. Got the same thing since we were off. We got the pulley, the belt off, coils off, headers off now. So I would say we'll be taking the fuel lines and the intake off next. So yeah, I had an actual, I'm going to see, look in the toolbox, I had a piece there to screw them together, so wouldn't be leaking any. So you're going to find that next, and we'll get the intake off. Of course, that one loose enough with it. Oh, another wrench. Yeah. So anyway, we'll take this off. This try the fuel lines out right now. Take so this wiper cowl all comes off too. It's only on with a few screws, so very easy to take off. But we basically we'll take the fuel line off and take this one fitted. Just join them up with that for now. So it's fuel not everywhere. I know the carburetor is still full, but anyway. Yeah, I know this is not the right wrench to be doing this with, but anyway. Well, look, I'll make 10 trips back and forth the toolbox, jump on the one. Anyway. So, that's how we'll do with them. Just screw them together into the A and fitting. Over there right away. Now, yeah, I guess we'll take the intake off now and get that out of the way, and we too much after that. So we're eventually going to have to get something to put all the bolts in. Well, for now, we'll just lay them here. And go over the other side. So on this side, this whole fuel rail is in the way. So I'm probably going to take that off. So it's supposed to be one of the guys going to give me a hand with it a bit later, but we get as much as we can with it. It's most of this after now is only basically once this is off, it's only like drain the coolant and wasn't much after that. I think we got torque bolts, wheel housing bolts, and a couple of engine mounts. It's pretty well almost there. Yeah, so that's it. It's just a throttle cable. And the return spring. And I'm going to put the stuff back onto it so I can find it later instead of having to look for it a second or third time. I would snug that up a little bit just because if I go to lift it by the carburetor, which I'm probably going to be doing anyway, lifting up on it. Like I said, I'll get these will be pulling on one side. Yeah, it's pretty good. So now the fuel rail off. Should be able to use the dryer to pull out the bolts out here. Just a second. On the floor. Again, in case anybody's wondering, this is a very old $800 pumper, Holly, and it's a Victor Junior intake. So, I guess I'm yeah, we have screwdrivers with it. Or a small primer. So that's one right here. And considering there is some more bolt left into it, all right. There goes that. So anyway, as you can see, we have here are a set of 53, 64 cylinder heads, and they're the rectangle port. They're the same stock heads that were on the 6.2 in the Escalade. So they're rectangle port, flows really well. So Anyway, we'll move some of the wiring harness and probably that oil pressure gauge, and anyway we'll start getting some more stuff. Okay, so we got her over in place now. We got the chain hoist on the beam, and she should be pretty well ready to go now. So I was just jacking up the back of the transmission, and shouldn't be too hard. See if we can get it up there. Back that way on the angle?
No, not even.
And that's her, she's out. So we're gonna lock the transmission up a little bit better than that, and we'll shove the car back and see if we can get around the stand. We got her on the stand right now. I'm just gonna drain the oil out of it. Watch on the top of that. This is a big one. Lay it down on the floor again.
Yeah, there's definitely metal on it.
Very bad, but I probably could have straightened through a paint filter, but fucking black, don't it? Consider there's only, what's that, 2 weekends?
That's black for 2 weekends.
Really black. Drain her up and down, see see what comes out of it.
What kind of oil did you put in it?
Me?
Yeah.
1040, I think it's about.
Jesus,
10.5
it was that black.
Yeah.
No chunks on it.
We're having at the oil filter.
What?
We held all the
Chunks on it.
chunks of the oil filter. There's no way they went to the motor. Or it'd be great if it never, but I can see that I've never got enough of that.
Yeah.
Just want to tip that a bit. I'll drain out some more. Yep. Look at the pan around anyway a bit. So now the second time we actually got a paint strainer in the funnel, and we're looking in here, but seeing metal in here already. That definitely looks like a big piece of metal. When he finishes pouring now, I'm going to see what's actually in the bottom of it. As I said, it's crazy how dark it is. So I know it's like we ran the first weekend out, and we only ran 1 weekend after it. You see, we did take it apart. We did get two big chunks of this metal there. I don't know what's in there.
Oh yeah, that's full in the bottom there.
Knock it out in the pan so you can see it.
Yeah.
The big chunk of brass that was in it, in the filter of it.
And look, you can see the.
In there. No, well, I don't want to take the pan out of it. Like I said, it was still a bit of oil pressure, fluctuating on the oil pressure, but anyway, I guess we'll take the pan off it and have another look in a bit. So we just popped the window strain off and the oil. So we're going to pull this off. This cap here looks like you see a lot of heat. So we're just going to take that one off there first. The motor is extremely hard to haul over. Extremely hard to turn over. Pull the other one out there. Oh. It don't look terrible.
No, it looks pretty fucking good to me.
Oh. Just lay it back in the house and see if I can have a look there.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome back. So it's been a couple of days and for a little update. So we got the motor out apart. Had a look at what we can and can't see. But as you see, all the pistons are out. And the cam and the timing chain still like that. And anyway, we don't pull anything apart. So let's see if I can turn it up there for a second now. Turn it over a bit. So she turned over. So let's have a little look further. So look at the rod journals. All really good shape. There's a bit of oil there or whatever, but we got oil on them. Nothing there you can even catch your nail on or anything. And all of them were like it. So anyway, so we tied them away with a rod, spawn bearing or something. Wasn't the case. So after that, we took all the main caps off. And with all the rods out, the crankshaft was still stiff turning over. So we said we'll take the mains out now. And hopefully we don't have any trouble with the mains. But anyway, so check them anyway. So anyway, took all the main bearings out, and it looked like the motor was never on. I mean, they were good. So anyway, what's making the stiff turn over? And as you can see now, in is out of it, and it turns real free. So anyway, and you still keep in mind, like obviously the heads are off. We're only turning the camshaft and the bearings, along with the crank and stuff, right? So anyway, here we go, we're all this out, we're turning it over, still stiff. Unbolts the oil pump off the front of the motor, and she spins free. So, okay, this is the oil pump. Let's have a look. So, unfortunately, I'm using my Firebird as a bench again. So, comes over here and looks at the oil pump, and anyway, it's obviously the inside gear and the outside gear, and it's the pump. So we ended up taking the pump apart, and this is what I was facing up, and you can see she's all galled, all chipped up around here. So much that when this was down in here, we couldn't get it up out of it. We had to pry it up out of it with 2 bars, because whatever got into it, I guess it galled this, and then the edge is rough. As you can see on the cover is all ground up too. You see here and there, right? So anyway, and after looking anyway, found out after that this pump that we've been using all along is the Escalade factory pump, which is different than the M295, and that this and this are thicker and allows for more oil flow. I think it's maybe 18% or something what they were saying, for what I can read. Okay, so well done. So as you see, all the pistons are there. Have a look, same thing. You look at the bearings and all right, bearings are all good, and everything else. So anyway, so all the so obviously it sucked something into it or whatever it was, and anyway, which couldn't find anything out of place. But anyway, I pulled it into the oil pump, and this is why we couldn't crank the motor over, because it actually had it brought up onto it. So it looks like what we're going to do is we went in and cut the filter open. So over here. So we cut the filter open. As you can see, everything's everywhere in here, but everybody's used to that. So we cut the filter open, and we're spreading it, and we can see, and you see the silver metal into it. So that's all from the pump. So anyway, obviously it comes in through the outside of the pleats and pulls inside. But so we cut that all open, and the filter looks like it was it caught it all. So because it's I'm saying that just in the point that there's nothing else. There's nothing else inside the bearings. Nothing got to the bearings. So I'm figuring that, I'm hoping that the oil filter caught it all. So we're going to put another pump into it. It's a used oil pump, because I don't have time to wait on a new one if I'm going to try to make the weekend. So we're going to put another oil pump back into it, clean everything we can clean, and put it back together. We'll probably do 2 oil changes on it, and see how it makes out. So in saying that too, while we were at it, we had a paint filter here. So you imagine how small the mesh is in that. And we poured all of the oil through the paint filter, and everything that was in the pan and everything that we dumped out, and there was nothing in the filter. So thinking that there was not that much oil in the bottom of the pan. So, there wasn't that much metal in the bottom of the pan or anything. So I'm hoping the filter caught it all, hoping it was only that. But where did the metal piece come from? I don't know. If you did look earlier, you can see this piece here, and the oil pump pickup is missing. Piece over there. But when we took it off, it was underneath. Straighten this up for a second. We took it off. It was under the bolt, so none of it was gone. It broke the piece off it, but the piece was still there, squat down under the window tray bolts. So it was that. So in the meantime now, we're looking in there. Still looks like there's something in there. See, whatever it is, I don't know. But we're going to flush the oil pump pickup out, clean everything up best we can, and obviously the oil goes into here, over, just travels down here, up here, and that. So we're going to spray some stuff down here, and we're going to flush that out, and see can we flush whatever's back. But again, we didn't do anything with clean it out, everything we could in here. Couldn't even see a flake of anything. So probably looked out on that one. So that's the plan for right now. I'm hoping tonight I can get the pistons back into it, and probably the heads and the valve train back onto it. And hopefully we'll finish up some more tomorrow night. Anyway, back at that. Okay, so got the rods and pistons back in. That looks good. Engine still turns over nice. A little bit of drag from the piston rings, but nothing too much. So a bit later than I thought it was, but anyway, I guess I'm gonna maybe see if I can clean up top of the deck and maybe clean the heads up a bit. I don't think I'm gonna get them on tonight, but anyway, get her cleaned up there a little bit and keep better. Yeah, so we're back at it again. So anyway, the engine, let's put back together there now. It's we've been at it the other night and doing pretty good with it. And anyway, we're torquing on the head bolts. We got one head done, second head done, and you see here. Anyway. Yeah, the bolt broke off. So, drilled it out, got it out. Yeah, you see it. It is an ARP. Supposed to be reusable. And laid right there on that now, but I had a couple more here like this. And you see they were starting to narrow here. Anyway, I got them all up to 50. And on both sides. And you know, when you're going from 50 to 70, they're already down, you're just stretching the bolt. And it was, we only had to turn it, you know, not very much, probably 20 degrees or something anyway. You never had to turn it much to get to the next click. And anyway, next thing you know is I got the bolt in there. I got a half turn on it after the 50. So anyway, it was, that one snapped off. And the other two, yeah, get out of the light there a bit. The other two bolts, I had them in the heads and we were torquing them in, and the same thing. It was already seated at 50, and it just kept on going. So anyway, I said rather than having to haul the head off, clean up all of that copper spray we had onto it, out of the gasket, and off the heads, and off cylinders. So I just backed them out, and I put there's right now there's 3 torque yield bolts in there. Inside the motor, but anyway, you can't obviously the ARP ones are showing there now, but the other ones there's 3 of them in there. Move them around a bit, but anyway, so all it was after anyway, we sucked up something into the engine, into the clutch of the pickup, and it torqued the pump anyway. But anyway, after all, like I said, it looked like the filter got everything, so I'm not really worried about it too much. If it is, we'll deal with it after, but all in all, it's a used stock pump on it. And anyway, we're going to put it back in the car. So that's what I'll do next anyway. All right. Okay, so most of it dumped the car anyway. As you look there now, motor back into it. Panels only clips on the side anyway. Excuse me. Don't have the top head hose hooked up yet, because we usually fill up the engine through there and then fill the rest up through there. So that's pretty lit. Now I gotta get some oil and get some water and that into it, and we'll see if we can get it running. Yep. So anyway. Okay, so it's Sunday. So anyway, we finished putting the car together yesterday. Had it done by yesterday afternoon anyway. And anyway, she's all in there now anyway. We just had to go get some oil, we put some oil into it. And anyway, I had her cranking over. I'll have a little look at her now, get into it. We're in the car. So if you in case the car is very basic. There's a couple of gauges, got a switch plate up there, and that's pretty well all of it. So anyway, The oil pressure is right there. So we'll see what she's showing now. Well, anyway, that should be it. It's only, yeah, we gotta remember that I had, when the water filled up there a bit, just wiped some stuff off. Put Dexy cooling in the winter time anyway, so, because we don't heat this area, as you know, watching a lot of videos. So anyway, other than pinning them fenders on, which all goes on with just some clips in the hood, and we should be pretty good. But anyway, so anyway, what we'll do is today was race day, or supposed race day. Let's look out around here, around too. Banked in the fog all day now. It might be better up there, but anyway, my daughter, one of the draws that she's not in town anyway today, so we didn't know we were going to get the car together. So anyway, she's out of town today. But anyway, she should be ready for the next weekend. So that'll be it. So anyway, guys, if you like what you see here, comment, like, subscribe for Weekend at Bernie's Garage YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one. Hey, Kate, what are you doing? What? So what you were saying is that the dog's been eating the chair? Is that what it is? The dog's been eating it? Yeah?